Welcome to the Consolidated Archives of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet. I'm Catherine Lucy, the Director of Archives. You might be wondering, what exactly is an archivist and why do we need archives? An archivist is a professionally trained individual who is responsible for collecting, organizing, preserving, and providing access to records of enduring value. These records include paper documents, electronic files, objects, photos, videos, and other media. Our work is important because we safeguard valuable historical items that tell the story of the congregation, individual sisters, and their ministries. We also serve many other groups, including scholars and genealogists. Without archives and archivists, it would be difficult to locate specific items of interest in the collection, and documents could be lost or damaged, making them permanently unavailable. The archive staff stays busy with a variety of responsibilities. One of our more public-facing tasks is helping with nearly 700 research and reference requests a year. We also collect both new and old items every day from departments, committees, and sisters. Every member of the congregation has a file here containing information by and about them. So sisters, if you find your old diplomas and other items that tell your story or the story of one of your ministries, please contact us. We want to hear from you. Every item in the archives is meticulously cataloged and stored in archival folders and boxes. Our storage rooms are temperature and humidity controlled so that these historical treasures will last for many years. Every day is a unique experience in the archives.
Hi, I'm Sally Budge, the Assistant Archivist here at the Carondelet Consolidated Archives. Today, I'm going to show you a little of what I get to do. A part of my job is helping with the research requests we get here at the archives. While researching a question about deaf education, I came across this old scrapbook in the files. Archives holds all sorts of hidden gems of information and history, and can give you a unique look into a specific time period or event. As I flipped through it, looking for answers to the initial research request, I came across a wide range of articles covering such topics as deaf education, and the marriage of two deaf people, just to name a few. The articles are unique and varied and date back to as early as 1901. This is the scrapbook of Mary Borgia Davis, a pioneering teacher of the deaf, curated on what appears to be an old ledger book. As you can see, the ledger, which is even older than the articles, with dates going back to the 1880s, is showing its age. This scrapbook, if we want to retain the information and glimpse into the lives of the deaf community from that time period, will need to be preserved, which is another aspect of my job. I help preserve and digitize items so that we will have the information contained for a long time to come.
Hi, I'm Sarah Copeman, and I'm the digital archivist. Digital archiving is different from just digitizing. Digitizing is just a part of what I do, a small but crucial step in the process. At our archive, all of us digitize to some varying degree. My job as the digital archivist is to continue the process of maintaining and organizing the digital files so that they are accessible for researchers, visitors, and remain that way in the future. I use standard methods and principles to prepare both the records themselves and the information about them, called metadata. When I receive digital files, usually from our communications team or other provinces or units, I process them into our system. Some examples of what I manage are publications from across the congregation, such as the province news notes, e-designs, weekly updates, and responding boldly, or digital photographs from events like the Jubilee celebrations, and videos like funeral liturgies. When I receive these files, I save the records and metadata into our archive for long-term preservation. Planning, formatting, and organization are the key steps for digital archiving. If these files are not maintained, they can go corrupt or become lost or inaccessible.
I'm Teresa Militello, and I'm the archives technician at the Carondelet Consolidated Archives. Women's religious archives preserve a unique and often underrepresented record of women's contributions to history, culture, and religion. Today, I'm cataloging dissertations written by our sisters. These dissertations are important because they contain original research, span different disciplines, and challenge the stereotype that their roles were limited to the religious sphere. Unfortunately, many of these scholarly works were never formally published or widely circulated. Using the archives database, I search to see if a title is already entered, and if it isn't, I create a new record and begin cataloging. Here's an example of a record that's already been entered. You can see that information like the title, author, and date is already recorded. We use customizable features to standardize the data, which ensures searchability and consistency across records. The Archives database helps us to document, preserve, and streamline access to these important resources.